In this lonely ass world, it's getting colder. I'm not going nowhere if I cannot take my boat there. My mind was bred a little different, yeah, from my own past. If I see heat, why the fuck would I wanna go there? Mama, I make you smiling. Mama, your little nigga came from wildin'. Mama, always got in trouble, I was shouted. Mama, now I'm staring at shit. Mama, I'm the pilot. Mama, if I want something, I'ma go get it. Mama, swim with the sharks, piranhas, and fishes. Mama, it's so hard down here, God is my witness. Mama, I know where I'm going. Mama, I'm a fan. It's hard not knowing who is really gonna be there for me. I wish you could be here to see me the day I start touring. Shit be on my mind every second when I'm not recording. I'm waking up conversating with the Lord every morning. I mistakenly took the wrong path, I had to rewind. I fumbled trying to move too fast, I had to keep trying. Growing up I got in trouble, told myself to keep lying. So much stress be building up, swear I be needing me time.
Grand Rising people. And we got an awesome show for you today, y'all. This is Tall Tale Thursdays. And this is your host, your girl Reese, a.k.a. Althea McFarland, a.k.a. the best that ever did it, a.k.a. A.M. Morning, the awesome publisher, or not publisher, the awesome author of this here book, Shades of Blue. If you have not gotten this book, I suggest you go ahead and get this book right along with your Molly Moss sea moss needs. He has sea moss for you in the gelatinous form, yummy, lemonade, the tea, and he even makes smoothies. Sea moss is 92 vitamins and minerals that your body needs. Well, it actually holds 102, but 92 of it, the human body needs that. It boosts your immune system. It helps you with fatigue. It helps you feel full. It helps your gut digestiveness. It's a really good thing. Hey, Corey Chris, what's happening? That's my boo, Corey Chris. Look, I'm gonna send you the link if he can get on the show. We have a special guest for you guys today. To me, I call him comedic gold, and it's my man TMJ. Everybody know him as Tracy motherfucking Jackson. He said I could say the M. That's what the M stands for. You know, he does a show every day of the week, TMJ in the midday, and that's on Next Level Radio. That is my parent station. That's where I got my start in podcasting and radio and all of that stuff. And it's a funny story, and I'm going to tell you the story, and Tracy spearheaded that for me. I'm going to tell you the story when he get on in here. We got a guest of a panel. Molly, who we got in the house today to join me and TMJ? Right. Say good morning to the folks, Tracy.
What up, good people? What it do?
That's TMJ, y'all. Tracy himself. Tracy, I'm going to introduce the rest of the panel, and I'm going to introduce you to Joey Lee, and he's a comedian.
Joey Lee, what up, man?
Hey, how's it going, TMJ?
All right. I'm good, man.
Damian Seaman.
You're looking good.
And
hey, I'm just waking up.
Me too.
Look, we all are. Y'all don't know this, Joey Lee and Damian. I don't know if Damian. Do you know TMJ, Damian? Damian ain't back with. Well, Damian, do you know TMJ?
What up, big guy?
No, that voice and his flow is very familiar. I don't know if he performed up in Chicago near me, or he was down in Florida near me, or it was in Maryland somewhere.
Well,
Hey,
no,
look, I was just
travel
in
all over.
Miami. I was just in Miami in August with D-Ray.
Oh, okay, now you probably perform with Preston, the Preacher Lawson. You know,
Yeah,
Preacher does a lot of stuff down that Miami way.
yeah,
Okay,
Tracy's
yeah, that I mean, your
international.
voice is very signature and your flow is very signature. So
all
I
right,
don't recognize faces. I recognize delivery lines.
right.
Okay, well, Tracy's been all over, and when I said that this guy is comedic gold because he has been in the business over 20 years. How many years, Tracy? Almost 30?
Yeah, since 90.
Since
Since
90?
90.
Right in there with you.
Yeah,
Okay,
since 99.
it's
Yeah,
34 years.
yeah,
So, so he's been in this game for a minute. He ain't no newbie, and he's seeing a lot of stuff. And that's why I call it him comedic gold, because he still have love for the talent, for the sport. I'm gonna say, because comedy, is like a sport. He still
Man,
yeah.
have
you gotta love that microphone and you gotta love the grind, no matter what.
Exactly,
You ain't got
exactly.
no skin in the game unless you love the grind and the mic.
That's for real. But I tell
so,
everybody, it's not like it used to be. You got to get a
Ray in the
job now.
house. I'm making sure my Wiz kid in the house. So
Hey, did you hear what he just said, Althea? You
what was
hear what he said, Althea? It's not like it used to be, because nowadays, if you want to be a comedian, you still have to have another job doing something, right?
Exactly. Yep, got to.
so Tracy,
Take those
tell
little paychecks, whatever. Can't live on it no more.
For real.
Tracy, tell the people how you got started in the business and what made you want to be a comedian. How was it when you got started back in 1990?
All right, man. Look, when I got started in 90, they had all the Budweiser Superfest competitions. You name it. You could you look, the Def Jam era, that was real. All you had to do was have a hot five and it was good, right? And I came up with Red Grant Dominique, Joe Claire, and a lot of Tony Woods. There's a lot of people. I'm saying it was probably a couple hundred people that came out of DC, Martin Lawrence and everybody that you don't even see anymore, right? And it was look, one of the funniest dudes that passed was goddamn, what was Dave's last name, man? Dave had
Dave
the
Chappelle, man, he came from DC.
yeah, but not Dave Chappelle. There's the white there. Everybody know Dave. So I'm not slighting Dave Chappelle, but I'm just saying the funny unknowns. You know what I'm saying? I can't even think of Dave's last name, man. Dang. But it was a lot of funny people that, didn't play their part, because I'm like, man, look, you funny. You ain't ain't nobody looking at you, but they listening. But you can still play your role. You can write, you can act, carry some bags. You know what I mean? And I played my role, and I did the Def Jam tour. And after that, I was writing. I did monologues, all kinds of shit. I was that dude. So, it's all about playing your position. And coming up in DC at the time, you can make money. Mr. Henry's that was down Columbia Road was popping. That was one of the main spots you can go in DC. Then the Comedy Connection opened up in Greenbelt, and then that turned out to be something like the Improv, and then that died out probably around 2001 or something like that. And a lot of the main characters, like Chris Thomas, a lot of the main characters are still around and still busy, but they like underground. You know what I mean? So
Yup.
yeah, and I stood the test of time because, God damn it, I can't think of his name, man. Matt Kazam, that's his name. Matt Kazam, down at the Improv one night. I was crying about, man, ain't nobody put me on this, that, and other. And he's like, Tracy, man, you got a little bread, put yourself on. And I said, good idea. And this is like 2006. So I started putting on my own shows. And like I tell everybody that's crying about getting booked, book yourself.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh my God, I love you.
Right.
I love you.
Right. Because if you can't sell 60 tickets to put money in your pocket, why would one of these bookers want to fuck with you? Right? So
Yeah,
then
that's true.
2009, I met my man Ed Blaze, African dude, and we've been rocking ever since. And like 2018, we got sued by the IRS, and that took us down for a little bit, and we didn't do a tour. So going back on tour, getting ready to go back on tour, pandemic hit. So I got a gang of new clothes and everything that I wore because I like to video everything I do, and post it. So getting back to that, long story shorter, I'm back out doing my thing, and I don't like it. I don't like nothing a lot of people doing. A lot of people are goofy, and then they ask for your advice and help, and they don't listen. So I quit. There's only a few that I talk to and really discuss business with, and Althea is one of them. But that's my story.
Thank you. That's why I always call him my big brother and my music and comedy. It's funny because when I started out, it was Jamon Darnell, Michael Brooks.
Yeah.
That was in 2012 and around 11. And Mike used to have the martinis in Fort Washington Tuesday night, going up on a Tuesday. That was the thing on Tuesday night. And Darnell, Tracy, you remember that?
Yeah.
Everybody used to come through there. Some big name. Michael always have like a big name headliner that evening, closing the show and stuff and all of that. Like part of the show would be for Ramon and hosting the little amateurs, the newbies section.
Right. Beginning of the show. Right.
A little more, he put you on the second half of the show, and that's the half that Mike Brooks would end up hosting and all of that stuff. And we was doing crazy ass skits back then, especially during the time when what's that Love and Hip Hop, Mimi and Nico was on the shower rails, stuff like that. We was just doing crazy skits and stuff like that. Improv, y'all know me, y'all know I love improv and acting and stuff. And that's when I said, you know what, I'm gonna go all out for it. And that's when I was traveling. That's when I had a little bit of steam behind myself, but I was out there rolling it. That when I first got started, that was 12 years ago. Then I got sick. I was like, oops, And then I was messing with Tracy because I used to always listen to the Perspective Show.
Yeah.
On Saturdays from 1 to 3. And I used to just call it just to mess with Tracy. And Tracy's like, out there, you talk so much stuff. You come on up here. So it's so funny because the day that I came up, we couldn't get in the mall, get in the studio. It was the pandemic. It was in March.
Yeah.
They closed the mall down.
Pandemic just started.
Yeah, 2020, in March of 2020. So then it was so funny. So Tracy was like, when we open up, I'm going to bring you in. Because me and Tracy, we stayed in communication. It was Tracy, Carlton, dark skin Will. What was the other Will?
Big Will.
Big Will.
Yeah, Big Will.
Bad feet. Was that Big Will?
Yeah, it's Big Will.
Okay.
That's Big Will.
And Big Will and stuff. And I just used to crack them. I used to love calling in and cutting up because they talk about serious stuff. And it's like we do, sort of like we do in the Morning Mac show. And they talked about crazy stuff. And then Tracy would play his music and stuff in between. So when I went to go, he called me back in August. And I went to go see him on that Saturday. And we did the show. It was a fun show. It was great. And next level. And he was standing there. He was in and out the show and stuff. I thought he was the official sound guy, right? Didn't know he was the, owner of the studio and stuff. Didn't know. And he was just, because he was quiet. And he was laughing. And he was like, you funny. And I was like, oh, yeah. And he was just saying stuff. And Tracy was like, okay, I think you crazy. And then Nate said, you can do your own show. I'm like, yeah, right. And then he said, for real. So he challenged me. This is a Saturday. He said, when you want to start? I said, Monday. He said, okay. I was like, huh? He was like, okay. And I started. Tracy, you remember the first show me and Sly Ty did?
Yeah.
I didn't clue what I was doing, but it was fun.
Exactly.
All I knew for an hour, I was in there clowning and cutting up.
And like you're supposed to.
And and my son ended up being the studio manager because we lived close to the studio.
Yeah, exactly.
And help the other
Yeah,
shows set
yeah.
up.
Top fell right in the place.
It was beautiful. And then Tracy and Carlton and then was like an outlet for my son. Tracy was like, Tracy, that's my spirit animal. I said, you better get another damn animal because you come up here. He always put him on. I don't know, but Slide Out just fell in love with Tracy. And he would do anything in the world for that. He'd be listening to Tracy stuff, and Tracy be telling me, Reese, get off the boy's back. Let him free, let him that. And I was like,
let a man become a man. He's a young lion.
Yeah, and he did. So, and I thank them, and I'll never forget my Next Level family will always be my first family. Nate and everything, and the guys. Oh, that makes me so nostalgic. Tracy.
Hey, Althea, I'm so glad that you got this old school brother up on here talking game and stuff, because I know just by the sound of his voice that he's exactly right. And this goes to the panel, Joey, Trey, or Althea. I mean, he's 100% right. In the game today, you got to be able to promote yourself, and you take the book, and then you decide who gets what. But if you want to make any money in this game right now, you have to promote yourself.
Tracy, tell them what to do to protect your IP, your intellectual property, your jokes, or whatever. Because tell them the story about the dark side of a comedy that's not so fun and pretty.
Yeah. Well. Your jokes is you can't trademark them or nothing. Even if you make a record or whatever, copyrighted, that's the only thing you can do. But people gonna come for your jokes because all they gotta do is change one word. And
that's right.
But I tell everybody, like, I had this conversation with Reese all the time about people jacking and shit. If they've never heard your jokes in here and they even come up and do something that resembles your joke, they jack your premise. And it's still stealing because you'd have never thought of what the fuck I was saying until you heard me say it. And people get that all the time and run with it. And then you got jokers that professional open micers. They might get $20 or $30 here and there, right? And think they professional. But I'm like, nah. But those are the people that would take your jokes, your material, and run all over your town. Then that's what some of these people are so disrespectful that they would do your joke in the room right there with you. And I got 3 kids, right? And these jokers would still use my kids' names. You know what I mean? In the joke. Because that's how clueless they are and untalented. You know, and it's sad. But to protect yourself, you know, back in the day, we used to fight. You know, it was a time. Yeah, it was a time. It's a hotel. It's still the hotel's still up. It's the Days Inn down on Allentown Road, and they used to have a restaurant lounge called PJ Remington's, right? And it was Joe Clare, Mike Epps, Red Grant, Dominique, God damn it, Sam, kind of Sam I am. Man, it was gang ups in there. And some other crew, you know, comics, funny comics just travel in packs, right? And another little comic crew came in there, and it was joke jackers. And somebody did Joe Clare joke, right? And after the show was over, Joe Clare stepped to the Bama, and it was on. A big brawl started, and that shit ended up, you know, right into the street, which is pretty much like a highway. And this place is directly across from Andrews Air Force Base, right? Like 17 police pulled up and everything. Nobody got arrested. Everybody, you know, wasn't putting no charges, but a point was made. Don't be stealing no jokes.
You said Joe Clare, that's our famous beloved, the DMZ zone.
Yeah.
It's Fox
Hey, look.
5. That's that same Joe
Hey, look.
Cleese.
Hey, to
That
verify
same
this,
Joe
you
Claire.
can inbox Joe about that shit. Hey, look. You can.
No,
Hey, look. If you
that's
got
not
access,
Land Rover and Palmer
look.
Park, the area rule.
Yeah.
I told y'all 3 things. You got to be able to joan, you got to be able to dress, and you got to be able to fight.
Exactly.
So,
and Joe came from Palmer Park, right there in home of Chick-fil-A Leonard, and everybody in Palmer Park got them hands. Exactly. They got them hands.
I'm telling y'all.
Yeah.
You know, we tell jokes, but we ain't no joke.
That's right. Hey, what is that? A drink? What is that?
No, it's my season. I put it on my eggs.
Oh, okay, slap.
What is? I don't even know what that
slap
was.
your mama seasoning.
It's like a little Creole season.
Slap
I like
your
it's
mama.
spicy, it's hot, and it's called Slap Your Mama.
Yeah,
Mama
that's
and
crazy.
shrimp dip.
So, and I know that Joey Lee is a new comedian in the business. Is Joey Lee still in the house with us?
I don't know. He got a blink up for his picture.
Oh, okay. He's probably listening.
Yeah, but Joey
in the
Lee.
house.
Oh yeah,
Joey Lee
I'm here.
And what Tracy was saying about comedians travel, funny people travel in groups. It reminds me of high school. Trey, we've seen it down at 210. How the groups over here will come in and the groups over here.
Right.
It's like they remind me of sort of like high school, different cliques.
Yeah.
Well,
210 didn't bring enough. I wouldn't even shout out 210 or mention them because they didn't bring enough people in there to fill anything. We work with what we honestly, we work with what we can get. So don't include me if you don't want me to be honest, because 210 didn't pull shit. So let's talk about another venue maybe, but not 210.
I mean that we sing, with stuff we sing.
But I haven't traveled around with you to see the drama. You talked to me about it personally hand because I know you firsthand, but I'm not gonna act like I was around to see it all. No, I see a little snotty shit and whatever that venue space up the street can actually bring in, so whatever energy they could stir up off of what audience they did have, maybe, but I'm not gonna pretend like I see so please don't include me on that.
Hilarious.
Thank you, Tracy.
That's funny.
You're right.
Yeah, because and I say that because this area, this Bryan's Row area, that's where I'm at. This Bryan's Row area does not bring people that genuinely want to go to a venue and spend money.
Right.
When I hate to say the N-word and all that, but I can say it. So when niggas go to venue spots and they don't have money, they already going in with the mindset of complaining anyway. Complaining about the drink qualities, complaining about the jokes, and complaining about different sets. So they're not looking to laugh even if something was funny anyway. So y'all already got one little wall that you got to break through. I want y'all to get to spaces where people actually got some change to spend. They're not worried about how much that shot is. They're not worried about how much the curly fries are. Because when you mention spaces like around here, that's what you mentioned. It's probably a little better in Waldorf because there's more traffic. It's a big highway right there, but not up the street. So don't mention them.
They're trying to build Waldorf up.
Yeah, and it's developing fast.
Yeah.
So people are moving out here and all. I got a whole development on the front half of my house. They knocked down a whole field of trees to make another whole development. So anyway,
it's funny
wildlife don't stand a chance.
I was talking to the Gwen Factor the other night, and we were talking about just what you were talking about, a spot where people come out to laugh and enjoy and have a good time. And the cafe clubs are strictly for comedy, right? And we were saying that as big as the DMV area got, you only got like 4 straight up joke places to go, which is Baltimore Comedy Factory, the Improv, and the DC Comedy Law, and the one in Lanham, the one in Lanham, House of Comedy.
House of Comedy.
In Lanham, they straight up, that's all they do is it's comedy and stuff.
Right.
And people come out. If you go into these places, it's a comedy club, the comedy
Right.
cafe. You going to laugh. You going to see the show. You going, this is what you going to do. And
Right.
when those audience are more receiving to you than it is if you go in the bar. Because if you going in the bar, they going in the hookah lounge. They coming in there just to hookah, or they coming in just to drink or to watch sports. They don't want to hear your comedy and shit. But when you go to a place, excuse my French, but when you go to a place that's for laughter, they're coming in there to laugh, you know that they're going to receive the jokes differently. They're coming out to have a good time.
Althea, I will say, as a producer of all of my shows, and I am hosting, featuring, or starring in all of them. The one thing that is necessary as a producer is that when you go in and you book a show, you set the precedent, you set the tone.
Exactly.
And there are going to be times where okay, the owner didn't give a fuck. He thought you were going to create a miracle, and only 6 people show up. That shit does happen. But the grind is you're going to have those shows that are going to be packed out, standing room only, and because both the business owner and you did their job to put asses in the fucking seats. And that's the only currency I want. And once I got asses in the seats, then I do my show and I get in their pocket.
No,
So
Mhm.
do you have
No,
people?
but
I'm sorry, Lee. I want to say one thing real quick. I gotta ask him, and then you can go. I'm sorry, but so do you, Damien, have people that travel? Like, do you have the pool? And this is what I'm looking for when it comes to all this talent and stuff like that.
Ask
Do
me,
you
brother.
have?
Ask me.
Do you? I'm asking. Do you have the power to have people travel to you? And or are you
Okay, here,
solely relying on what?
Trey.
Can I finish? Can I finish real quick? Are you solely relying on what's around that venue space and what you're pulling from that area with those different demographics and all that, or do you have people that are traveling? I don't need you to point the camera to one person. He's cool. Good morning and all that, but I'm asking you. So you have people that come with you. I'm talking about a mass of people. You know what I mean? Like people that are coming to fill that venue spot because they see you are popping up in that area. Like, does your social media and stuff do that? Because if you
Okay, that's a good question. I don't, and I love that question, Trey. It's valid. I really don't rely so much on social media as I do. I'm old school producer. I go print 200, 400 flyers, and I travel and I hit every business within 10-mile radius of that venue. And I do that for a month before the show. So that way I know I can guarantee a certain amount of asses in the seats.
That's a good setup. Okay.
I really don't rely so much on social media to fill my shows. I rely on myself and my team of comedians to go out there and promote themselves, and everyone gets paid. Everyone sits at the big table in my shows. There is not one person that gets paid more than the other. If you're a host, a feature, and a headliner, all 3 of them, you split it. That's a teamwork thing.
Well,
Tracy, what do you got to say about what he's talking about? He's saying that everybody gets the same amount and they split it.
Nah.
No, but that's a big. That's a different thing too. So,
Right.
Hey, that's just my style.
They don't.
I don't hear anyone mention.
Mm-hmm. Well, look, everything Damien said. On top of this, in the DMV area, you can have flyers, but you got to put them in somebody's hand because they got laws up here now. Because they catch one flyer on anybody's car, your ass getting fined.
Yep.
And the first fine is $100, and the highest fine goes up to $1,000 depending on how many times you.
But I don't put them on cards. What I do is I go to barbershops, beauty salons, and I have Scotch tape and a flyer, and I ask them for permission. Can I put this flyer up because I have a show coming up? I don't put anything on fucking cars. That's just a waste. You got to, like he said, you got to put it in their hand.
Yeah, got to. And social media is cool. And I tell everybody, if nobody pays attention, they tell me, you need social media, you need a following. a lot of these people got fake followers, and I keep telling them, all you got to do is see how popping this person really is by looking at the real life comments. You know what I mean? Because the fake comments is they comment about something that don't even have nothing to do with whatever they posted. You know what I mean? And I tell a lot of people this how they popping. It's a dude up here that does a lot of commercials and all this other stuff, and even got in front of Martin Lawrence this weekend, right? And I watched him do shows and charge an arm and a leg. You know what I'm saying? And try to be on the Kevin Hart where I promote if I get an extra pay. And I'm like, you a local motherfucker. And this dude does, if you're familiar with any Def Jam comedy and you see this dude, you're gonna be like, this dude is doing all old Def Jam joints. No edits, no revisions. That's what he does, right? And he's done a show at the House of Comedy, and 20 people showed up. Not really just to see him, but you know, them free tickets. And I keep telling everybody, hey, this dude got almost a million followers. So how come nobody follow him in real life? You see what I'm saying?
So can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
How do you feel about people or venues? How do you feel about venues that charge admissions and can't fill those venues?
Oh, well, a lot of the venues, man. The problem is it's structure, you know. And I can tell you this, like the Improv, right? They fill up that spot a lot with newbies, and I keep telling the newbies, look, your people only gonna come out a certain amount of time to see you do the same joke,
Right.
And if you run around town working on your new material, and these same people are watching, why come see you? You feel me? You gotta work out.
Yeah.
I tell everybody, you gotta work out, but you don't have to work out as much when you saturate it, and then nobody wants to see you do the same material over and over and over. And I tell everybody, I do the same premises, different jokes every time. You're never gonna hear me say the same joke. You're gonna hear the premise, but you're never gonna hear the same joke. Because that's how interesting you had to be. And I keep telling everybody too, they think that they're gonna make it by going to see every comedy show. If you're not living, you don't have anything to talk about. And that's why most people steal.
Yep.
You with me, Big Pimp Damien? See what I'm saying? So you got to go out there and live life in order to have something to talk about. Because who wants to listen to somebody make all this? Oh, I put a rocket ship to space, and then I walk my dog on the moon. You know, goofy shit. You know. But the goofy shit does work. Like, say you got 4 comics and they do real life funny, right? The goofy shit will break up that real life stuff, and people are like, that was different. You know what I'm saying? Because they didn't heard about life from the last couple of comics. So it does work. So, but you know, I'm only here to knock the joke thieves. I'm only here to knock the jokers that say they funny, but won't put their cell phone. I'm only here to knock everybody that's got a thieving ass mindset. You know what I mean? But want to hop on. I ain't take that from you. The fuck you didn't? That's where I'm at. That's where I'm at, man. People make me sick, but yeah.
People make me sick, but yeah.
Yeah, we having a joke jacker convention.
Well,
You having a joke jacker comedian meeting?
Yeah, it is an intervention.
Hey, TMZ, I started in Fort Myers, Florida, Comedy for the Cure.
Right.
And that gave me a purpose. And so I've traveled all over the country, coast to coast to coast, over the past 18 years. And I get such a variety of comedians. And I actually love the ones that suck because they make me look better. You know what I'm saying? I'm not fucking with you. I love the ones that suck.
Hey, look, no lies detected. No lies detected. Because you're going to come out there and look like Eddie Murphy.
Right. Okay.
Right.
So, but what we've done as a collection of comedians is we do shows on the bar and restaurant level, and the owner has to pick out one person or one family that needs help, and
Right.
then we go to work as a collective, whether it's a showcase or it's just a one-man show.
Right.
It's up to the venue to find a family member or a friend that needs help, because there's three things that piss me off. If the government, the insurance company, or an employer does not pay bills, you have a sick child or a sick partner, me and my crew, we will show up at a bar or restaurant and we're going to raffle off $2,700 worth of dildos. You know, I mean, we don't give a fuck how it happens. We're just going to make sure that it happens. Drop the mic.
Exactly.
Tracy, who was saying that you travel all over? Tell us some of the places that you actually travel, like in the country, the world, and when you say
I'll give you a story. I'll give you a story.
No, his name is Tracy.
Oh, I'm sorry. My bad.
You can go right after Tracy, David.
My favorite spot was Boston, right? And that was whatever that blizzard was. I don't know if it was 2015, 2016. The snow was like 50 feet. Or whatever that was, right? And when we do tours, we had a contract with the MG Suites, right? So February 14th or whatever weekend surrounding Valentine's is when we start. And on this particular date, you know, I have my oldest son is a videographer and photographer and everything, right? And I don't know if y'all familiar with Aldo. He's Talent's one of Talent's best friends, right? Comedian. I can't even think of Aldo's last goddamn name, right? We was all together, and damn it, Amy Combs, right?
Oh, okay.
And we was all together. It was Ed was hosting, I was featuring, and Aldo was headlining, and Amy was first. She was opening act, right? And you know, it's the first day there after the baby party, and you know, chicks is coming in and out the room, and I woke up, my foot was killing me, right? And I asked my son, man, how much partying was I doing? Did I break my foot on something? He said, nah, Dad, you was good all night. This, that, no. I said, all right, cool. So foot killing me, right? So Saturday come, I'm limping. That's when I first started just sitting down on stage. The first time I couldn't run around stage and act out jokes and shit. I had to sit my ass down, right? And it's my favorite because I said, when I get back home, I'm going straight to the doctor. My foot still hurting. And I found out what gout was because I had it. Gout is the most painful thing in the world. I could have sworn my foot was broke. And that's why I was in my best show. I'm like, shit. And that weekend, all I was eating since I got there, you know, I was eating T-bone steaks, all that shit. It was free for the hotel and drinking beer. And my blood got too rich and all that acid went straight to my fucking foot. It was horrible. That's why I was my best. But I'm trying to tell you, at the time of my life though, because you know, white women want to enjoy black men, they just be scared to ask. But when they get that liquor in them, they ask. And I'm ready. Come on, I'm gonna show you. Let's go back into the room. That's how we're going. Boston was amazing. That's why I like Boston so much.
So you saying you got gout from messing with a white woman in your foot? Is that what you just said? Is that what he just said?
Hey, Lee, when I see you, I'm gonna pick you up so I can make you my height and punch you in the face. It's always a midget. It's always a midget, man.
You know, I got kicked off the stage last week about using that word.
Oh, for real?
Really?
Yeah, they kicked me off the stage because I said midget.
Oh, you know what you should say?
Alexandria.
I said, what do you call five midgets having a party. And they was like, ah, and the ladies and the guy said, those are little people. I said, no, it's called a little get together. And they put
That's hilarious. They
Get
get you off for
together.
being funny.
yeah, they put me out and two people got upset and
Oh,
left.
that's crazy. That's crazy.
I
Okay,
said,
They
so
never get upset when people use the word fat. They tell you a fat girl, oh, look at your
Yeah.
fat ass, your fat ass.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
crazy.
fat. They don't get
because
upset.
because I think I think fat you usually can help, and then being a
It
midget
depends on that
fat usually
medication.
can do something about,
Mhm.
and being a midget you're just born like that.
But
wait
now
a
they
minute.
got
Wait,
Hey,
these things where they could put these stents in your knees, your legs, and they can make midgets tall.
Yeah.
I'm
Hey,
like,
Althea,
wow.
you know
Althea, I
what?
got a
That
question
sounds
for you.
that
You're
sounds
the
so
only woman.
stupid.
But it's
You're
real
the
though,
only
Lee.
woman on the panel,
It's
Althea.
real.
I need to ask you a question.
What's
Althea, do you know what a MILF is? What's a MILF?
I know
Mother I'd
that
like to
that's
fuck,
not
right?
Freaky Friday.
Right.
That's tomorrow, Damien. But what's a
No,
MILF,
hold on
Damien?
a second. I have a MILF chart. You want to hear it?
Okay.
Okay, this is a MILF chart. Then I printed up 50,000 T-shirts at a bike rally, and they all bought them. But it says I got MILF on my shirt, and on the back is the MILF chart. Here's the MILF chart. Okay, you guys know what a MILF is? Mother, I'd like to fuck. All right, so on the back of the shirt is the chart: black chocolate MILF, heavy
Okay,
buttermilk,
no. You turned me off
midget
right there.
condensed milk,
That's enough.
Anna Nicole Smith expired milk.
You about to get snatched off the screen in a second. I don't think you realize.
That's how I
You
talk,
know-
man. I don't need a microphone.
Yeah.
Hey, but this is what I say too, though. You know when they say it's a racist joke, this, that, and other, and I always say it ain't racist unless it's funny. If everybody can laugh at it, it ain't racist. It's funny.
I have a lot of shit I've
Okay,
laughed
speaking of
at.
racist and funny, Joey Lee knows exactly what I'm talking about. One of our comedic friends put a joke up because Joey responded to it. And
Right.
the question was, say something that will get your black card taken
Revoke.
away from
Oh
you.
Lord, bring this up.
Wait a minute. Oh, you saw it? So one of the comedians who he's not black, he said that if you say ask and then and spell it ASK instead of AX something and
Right,
then
AP, right.
Yeah.
and that would get your black card invoked. I said, you can't say that. I know a lot of KKK members that's used those spell those words the same way.
Right.
So you just
Right.
know
So
you just
then-
know KKK members.
Joey
You know
asked
KKK
us
members.
what's a black card.
No, I just said, what is it? I don't know what it means. I called a friend of mine who's black. He's my age. I said, do you know what that means? He said, no, I don't know what that means. He said, look in the
Oh,
Urban
shit.
Dictionary. So I looked in
Right.
the Urban
Ain't never-
Dictionary.
Well,
And it
he never had a
said,
card. That's why you don't know. Yeah.
No,
Exactly.
What did it say, Joey? What did it say? What did it say when you looked it up?
What it said, because he put this long definition of I was like, Joey, tell him
Joey,
what it
come on,
said,
man.
Joey.
yeah,
Spell
when
it.
I looked it up, it said, if your mom and your dad are black, then you don't have a black card, right?
No.
But if you're
Nah.
Racist.
This is what
No.
the Urban
You should just
Dictionary
ask the
said.
black person what it is. Y'all ask
Hey.
Joey Lee what it say. Ask for
And
us.
then it said, if you're not, if you're like, mom is black, but your dad is not, then you get a black card. But if you don't act like you're black, you could get that taken away from you.
That part is
I'm
Yeah,
talking
that's only
about
part
the
is
other
correct.
one. The
That's only
other
part
last
is correct.
part is
The
right.
last part.
about the financial
last part
and
is
the
right.
banking institution. He put that black card information up there, the credit card. I was talking about that, Joey.
Oh, you're talking about the credit card, like elite status?
No, I was talking about
Nigga,
what
like-
you put up there. Was that you that put that long definition
yeah,
of
that
what
was-
the black card was?
Yeah, that was me. I didn't talk about somebody else did the one about
But
a elite credit card. I think it was Tommy.
no, Now somebody sent me a white privilege card.
Hey, Lee, that's racist, Lee. Lee, that's racist. That is
No,
Easy,
fucking racist.
read what's on the
hey, look,
card.
look, look,
Let's
look.
determine.
This is the honest to God truth. This is the truth. I was helping this lady back in 2015, 16, after I got injured. I was still helping this lady with her old man. His neck was broken. He used to be a guard at the Lorton jail. And he was senile. He was that old folks disease. The old folks disease where you don't remember shit.
Okay.
Oh, Alzheimer's.
Alzheimer's.
Yeah. He had it all the time. But he gave me a present. He gave me his honorary coin and his KKK card, and told me to make sure I made every meeting.
Oh.
That's
No lie. He gave me his coin and his card. Said he had never went to a meeting, but he wanted me to do that. I'm like, oh my goodness. His wife right now, his woman right now, she still had that card. She said, "You ready?" I said, "Well, I might need it now. Trump in office."
Yeah, for real. Hey, Lee, I'm gonna tell you this. You probably get to that meeting and probably end up hanging out back. Get it?
Hell yeah. I'm gonna tell you, hey, I would love for y'all
end
to
up hanging out back.
Yeah, absolutely. I got what he said because that almost really happened in Kentucky. Seriously,
Damn.
Pembroke, Kentucky. It almost happened. I pulled up to this little general store, and it's a White House on the side. It was like 6 o'clock, just getting ready to start getting dark. Bunch of cars around it. I thought it was a church. And the other side was a store. They wouldn't even let me in the store to get nothing to drink. And then when I walked over there, all of these white men were standing outside. They came outside because I knocked on the door to find out when the store was going to open because I was thirsty.
Right.
And that's when I realized I needed to get the fuck going.
Wow.
We fire in the sundown town.
That was it. That was in Kentucky. I was in Pembroke, Kentucky. Never forget it. And I'm like, whoa, I'm in the road.
Hey, Lee, you ever perform in Atlanta, Lee?
No.
Okay, there's
only in bed.
Called the Scientific Theater. It's
Okay, I got
downtown
the Urban
Atlanta.
Dictionary out.
You got your
And,
dick out.
So I was the only white
It
guy
says
for
an
like 8 city
imaginary
blocks.
card that all black people are born with and that mixed people have to earn, that is constantly under threat of being revoked. It says black person does not act black enough or in proper black ways.
What is proper black ways?
Anyways, that's what
Come
the
on,
Urban
Reese.
Dictionary
You know
says.
what a black card is. Stop acting like that.
What
No,
the hell
he
is
said
the improper?
acting black
How do
in
you
proper
improperly?
black ways.
How do you
What's the-
improperly act black?
I
Yeah.
don't know, but Lee, what I was saying about the Scientific
Anybody hear
Theaters,
that?
it was, yes, everyone heard it. What we had was it was an all black theater. It was kind of like the Apollo of the South.
thing
I'm
isn't
the only
working.
white guy for 8 city blocks, and you guys know what a BBBW is, right? A big black beautiful woman, right? So she's like, "Get off the stage, you
If
cracker ass
you sell
cracker!
this
This is a
show,
black
baby,
show." Black. What? I said you
Of
might.
the
I just told her I said you might not like cream in your coffee, but you can have milk in your Cocoa Puffs.
your Cocoa Puffs. Oh, Tracy, Damien is my problem child. He tells some crazy stuff. He's unruly.
Right.
He was like, "Look, I'm over 50. Fuck it. You ain't gonna tell me what to do. Fuck cancer. Fuck it." You know that Damien's our wild child. So
I understand.
So
Definitely.
every show got one. And Damien is out. Sometimes we got a couple of them on here, but Damien, that we love him just the same. But Damien is crazy. Sometimes we gotta say, Damien, get back in the box because
You gotta lock Damien in his cage.
They can't feel Page.
What's up?
Louisa. Good morning,
JoJo
Louisa.
Baby, JoJo Baby voice I heard too.
No, that's edible balls. I know what that is. Ain't it?
But Mr. Bonga,
Kiani on here too?
It sounds
you
like
know what I
Keanu.
you know what I realized? This might not be a tall tale, but it's actually true. You know, I was looking over all of the stuff that we do now, and I was talking to Althea and Gwen about it. And I realized as much as I talk and I say vaping is bad for you,
Right.
vaping is bad. I remembered that we used to vape. Any of
When?
y'all, huh?
When were we vaping?
When you used that water bong to smoke that weed,
Oh, the bomb. Yeah. Yeah.
that was vaping back then.
Yeah.
No,
That's
I
true.
He used to
But
bring
no
his
batteries. No batteries involved. No batteries.
No batteries, just water and a lighter and some weed.
Right.
but the stuff that's
And the
in vape
Wheezy.
is not water. There's other stuff.
right, right,
What's up,
that's what I'm
Rodney? Good
saying. But
morning.
our version when we were coming up was all natural.
Yeah.
What they're doing is chemicals, but it's still considered vaping. It's a fluid.
No. Look though, I'm saying when you vape in THC, it's THC because I'm a professional vapor when it comes to THC. Because I don't vape like they do hookah and all that other shit and all them flavors. I don't vape. I don't do all that sugary smoke. It's gotta be THC for me. And it's the best. All that other stuff contains chemicals. You know what I'm saying? But when they put that when they get that oil extract out the marijuana, oh, it's amazing. It's amazing.
And I got some.
Yeah. So,
I got
Tracy, I'm going to tell the story. The first time I had some THC, Tracy gave me some sunflower seeds. We
oh
was at
yeah,
the
so
studio,
did. I so did.
and I was up there cracking the seeds and eating. I'm like, my throat. He's laughing at me. I'm like, what's going my throat? That's making me hot. And I was like, in the studio. I stayed over from my show to his show. Man, I was at the studio all damn day.
Oh, that shit was funny.
When it was sitting on everybody's show.
Yeah,
And
that shit was funny.
I was like, you got to give me some more of those sunflower seeds. And I'm just cracking them. And
Yeah,
they only crack 10. Don't go no more than 10.
yeah.
So
And that's that oil extract that was on them drinks.
it was, yeah. I was like, what the
Yeah.
fuck? And I could tolerate that. That was better than the edibles.
Yeah.
But I guess those are edibles.
Yeah, they are edibles. And
But
that was funny. That was funny though. See, edibles, man, them Jones are time bombs. And you don't know when it's going to explode on your ass. That's the whole thing.
But the
That's
sun,
just-
You know
just
we're
like
gonna be
straight
in about
flour.
45 minutes.
Straight
Yeah.
Where you about to be sitting at? Just make sure you there. What's
Hey,
up, brother?
look at Damien got it going on right now.
it always has it going on every morning, noon, and night.
Don't even.
Yeah.
It's that and the key, his beer. He hold his beer up. That and the Keystone.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
That's Damien. That's his breakfast. Breakfast of champions. That's,
For real, for real.
that's what
Hey,
he do.
hey, I had a bagel with cream cheese too, man. It goes good with the beer. It's still bread.
So Tracy, tell us where the furthest you ever been, or what side of the country? I mean, to do your comedy stuff.
Tanzania, Africa. When I did when I did the African comedy festival, and Trevor Noah hosted it. And that's another thing. I should have said that because I got roofied in Africa. I got roofied in Africa.
Tell him the story. This
And-
is back when
and-
you
Hey,
said,
look, I got off stage. Man. Everybody's, like congratulating you, giving you shit to drink and all this other stuff. And apparently one of them drinks was roofie. And the next thing I know, and I understood how I got off because my boy Ed told me, hey, man, he was with a girl you left, and but the thing is, what's goofy about Africans, man, they got these goofy traditions or whatever they call it. They think by getting pregnant by a light-skinned dude, they're gonna have a light-skinned baby.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all these white people walking around, you could get pregnant by them and have a light-skinned baby. You know what I mean?
Shit.
So I spent a whole week in the hospital. I'm only there for 2 weeks. I spent a week in the fucking hospital. I missed out on a lot of tourism and all that shit. And I didn't drink shit around nobody after that till I got home. And my asshole was intact. It's just that my sperm content wasn't. And as soon as I see an African kid that look like me, I'm gonna find them and have them take them back to their mama so I can beat their ass. That's what I'm gonna do.
But how did you, if you out of it, they roofed you, how did they get your jizz?
I don't know. I probably was fucking, but didn't know it. I probably was a wreck at some point. And they got it. And I when I finally woke up, it was just like you know, I see it showed in the movies and people's faces is big and small in your face like that when you're walking. I was walking the walls. I got downstairs. Finally found Ed and said, man, something happened to me, man. This, that, and other. Then went to my pockets. I had a room key that wasn't my room key. I was in a whole other hotel, right? And I don't even think they really did any full investigation because I was alive or some shit like that, right? And, you know, while I'm in the hospital room, hooked up to IV and all that shit, getting my body flushed out, you know, they ask me all the questions. They tell me all the stuff that could have happened and probably did happen. So that was one of them things. So I was like, man, they goofy over here in Africa. But
don't you, is one of your wives, one of them was from
yeah.
Tanzania?
No, from Guyana.
Guyana, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, man, I've been through it, man. But yeah, I got a lot of stories.
Come on, Tracy, you can tell us, man. You know, wasn't that one of them tours that was produced by Diddy? I'm just saying.
Hey, Phil, check it out, Phil. I've been to something like a Diddy party, and I fuck with Diddy, right? Because if you go check the Bad Boys comedy credits, you're gonna see my name on helping produce and all that other shit, right? And when all that shit happened, I was like, yeah, I can see that, right? But when Cassie came out, I was like, she ain't doing it but chasing a check, right?
Right.
And even when I saw Diddy ragdoll in the hotel, right? I'm saying I ain't promoting violence, but I'm like, whatever was in that bag was important, right?
Everybody, the internet is not working for me. You guys don't hear me probably, and I don't hear you.
We hear you. We hear you perfectly.
We hear you. And look,
Joey, you gotta leave out and come back in, Joey, and then you'll be able to hear us. I don't know.
We hear
Ain't no
him,
way to
Joey.
communicate.
Yeah, we can hear Joey.
But ain't no way to communicate that to him because he don't hear us. Somebody
Hey, nah, I'm gonna tell you this: it's signs that you're getting old. Is you lose your hearing.
But Joey is he was our oldest panel member. He's 63, so Joey's a little.
Yeah.
He's not. Yeah, he is senior citizen because they count senior citizens 55, right?
I guess. Hey, but Reese, you younger than Joey, and Joey don't have a cane or walker.
No, he don't. Joey ain't got a. He probably got both of his butt cheeks.
There's the man.
I got a Ticonderoga pencil.
Okay.
You don't see those much around anymore.
Oh no, we don't, man. Not at all.
Nah, because everybody is emailing and shit.
Exactly.
You can do miracles with paper and pencil.
It's not like Reese beating the dog over there, don't it?
Cracking the fuck up. She loves Joey.
Reese, you got that.
Joey's so smart. I mean, come on, a retired engineer that just dumped everything and wanted to be a comedian, and his swagger and his style, man, you cannot fucking steal his shit. and his delivery is the most unique I've seen in fucking 30 years.
You be on niggas.
Hey, speaking of this, does every comedian on here have a social media presence?
To a degree.
I'm
Yeah.
not a comedian. So.
I
Okay.
Yeah,
do,
my
and I'm
social media presence is
currently
Facebook, and
working
it's
with.
Dickie Headass.
Oh,
Dickie Headass. It's all comedy.
Hey, Joey, what you saying, Joey?
I do, but I'm currently working with a guy to make a website, and he's teaching me about, like, don't just make everybody your friend. You know, you need to have more followers than you're following, and these kind of like kind of rules. So I'm learning to have a better presence.
Right. Not to follow everybody.
It's not. Whoever's coaching you to do that, that's not accurate. You follow what you want to see. You follow what makes you feel
Exactly.
good, regardless.
Right.
It's the interaction with what you're viewing and who's viewing you that matters. That's what builds engagement, gets people knowing that you're a human.
Right.
That doesn't just want them to see, that you're gonna actually communicate with them versus just be someone pushing out content. Because if I look at people's comments and I never seen your comedy set before, and I realize that you don't get back to anybody. You don't say anything like "thank you for viewing, thank you for watching, check this out." You don't say anything back. You don't engage. That cuts it off. So you can't just be posting things and think people are going to follow you, but you follow what you like and you engage with those people because you genuinely want to. Be genuine, and that genuine energy will build your algorithm.
Exactly.
Algorithm.
You more accurately explained what I didn't. So
because it's not that deep. It's not technical. Is what I want people to understand. People get too like, oh my god, I can't. Oh my god, it's certain things you need to understand, so you don't do things like shadow ban yourself with pointless hashtags and you just spamming stuff. But it's not technical like that. Just communicate with people, enjoy people, go like the things you like and go follow who you want to follow. Don't just follow them and think they're going to follow you back, and that's how you're going to build a following. But follow what you want to see. Don't let nobody tell you not to.
Watch out for clickbait. Molly told me what clickbait
Well, he even was talking about you might want to have a separate Facebook account to have all your comedy friends, all of your non-comedy friends, and then have a Facebook that's more focused on your comedy career.
Well, that's cool too if you have a private account, but at the same time, something got to generate somewhere. So you're separating yourself in between two different platforms or pages or whatever you want to call it. It's just separating your traffic and work. So you're not effectively putting your energy into one place first to build up anything to travel to another place. So it got to start on one of those pages. You just got to pick which one you want to, and then it can be personal content too. But if you have one for just family and friends, okay. But if not, then I don't think it matters.
Good morning, Phoenix. Look who's in the
it's a new world for me. I'm 63, so.
No, and I understand when people don't know. I'm just telling you what I do know because I'm a little bit more immersed.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
Yeah. Hire him, Joey. Hire him. Let him do it.
I'm paid. I'm okay. If somebody wants a suggestion, I'll give it to them for free. I'm good. My pocket's okay. I appreciate that. I don't need nobody to pay me for giving it.
No, you're hired if you're gonna do it for free. You're hired.
No, I don't want to work for nobody. I want to work for myself.
All right.
Well, I do have a video that I wanted to share that Trey sent to me.
Ronnie, shut up.
That's funny, man. They stupid on that jump.
You hang around me too much, you could get your card.
Your black
card. No, actually, there's plenty of white. It's the vibe that you have. Plenty of white people can easily get the black card. You just have a cool vibe. If you just cool, you're not stuck up. You're not too conservative. You're just somebody that people want to be around, socialize with, to get you a black card. You ain't got to do nothing special or nothing stereotypical to get a black card. It's just the vibe of what people know black people to be, which is fun out there. Hey, what's up? What's going on? How you doing?
Exactly.
type of energy. It's not.
Hey, if you guys give Joey
Well, if
Lee
I
his
see-
black card, I'll never show up
if
on
we
the
were in
show
the
again.
same
Don't give him
room-
his black card.
But
When you
I told
came
Joey
in-
Lee he's 100%.
That'll fuck his head up,
Can you hear
man.
me?
I'm gonna take his Italian card from Joey.
That's funny.
Would be
If we were
something
in
you
the
could do
same
to get
room
your-
and you came in, I would dap you.
Might see, and this, ladies and
He's got
gentlemen,
a
is how
black
you learn to
card.
get someone's getting your card.
He's got a black card.
This is how you make proper steps to get your card, lady. If you
Yeah.
wanted to know, ladies and gentlemen.
I
Joey
want
Lee
my
got a black
Italian
card.
card, Joey. Can I get my Italian card, Joey? I like pizza. I like lasagna and pasta. Now make a good spaghetti. Mamma mia! Can I get
Right
an
on,
Italian
Josh.
card?
Right on, Josh.
Oh, got a video up, y'all.
All right.
Did I do that? Why you say it like that? It's a quote from Steve Burke. Who's that? From Family Matters. I don't know what that is, but you seen Martin though, right?
Wait a minute.
No, I didn't watch that either. Steve Harvey show. Oh, Family Feud, right? Come on, give it here. No, I just got it back. It's gonna hurt me. What is gonna hurt you? Reason with me. No. Make sure you don't never get it back.
That's
Yeah,
fucking
that's-
funny.
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
about-
that should happen to a lot of people.
He always loses his card.
Look, I
That
know
just happened.
Phoenix. You see who we got in the building? TMJ in there with us, Phoenix.
Yeah, I've been talking to him in the chat. I've been in the chat the whole time.
I had a question for TMJ.
What up?
I don't know if you already talked about this because I've been in and out due to my internet. Okay. I'm getting directions to go to the nearest black strip club to see my black card. Okay.
Oh,
well,
yeah,
I
we
got a
gotta see.
question.
Yeah, we gotta.
I got a
take you to go see
question
the man.
first. I got a
Alright.
question first, then I'll run off and do that. And Steve Harvey show, boo. He said Steve Harvey show, boo. Okay, I have to look that up. My question is, I used to be an engineer for cars, and
Mhm.
someone asked me the other day, what's the hardest thing about designing cars? And I said, well, the hardest thing is, here it is, 2024, and we start developing a car that's going to be released in 4 years. Okay, you can look out and see what the competitors are doing, and you can, add features or whatever
Yeah.
to get equivalent to where competitors are now. But the real issue is, what will it be in, say, 5 or 10 years from now when even the customers don't know what they want? So my question is, what do you foresee as the long-term future of comedy? Like what we see right now is we can see, but do you predict any shifts in, like, will all comedy clubs go away and all just be online, or will we still have the traditional comedy club, or do you see any future trends that maybe nobody's thinking about right now? Based on your years of experience?
Yeah, we're in the future right now with it because when the pandemic hit, clubs were trying to do home shows like Tiny Desk Home, stuff like that, because nobody can get to Tiny Desk down on at the NPR. So it's always trends like skits were popping, and then you got a lot of instant comedians that got their shoes or comedy shoes and still not funny, right?
Hmm.
And there's only a handful of them that really dedicated to put the time in. Like some people still ain't hilarious. You get it?
Yeah.
That'd be my thing. And some people you still can't get a ha ha, and that's their name.
So you're saying maybe the pool of talent will get weaker, like you won't see the
Oh yeah, the talent has gotten weaker, and that's another reason why people. I think that, that's probably why a lot of people be stealing, and not just because their leader does all the stealing and told them it's okay to do all the stealing on the low. On the low, you get it? On the low, y'all get it? Those are initials, right?
You won't see greats like Richard Pryor and Eddie Murphy and my favorite Rodney Dangerfield's. Those comedians you won't see anymore.
Yeah, you will though. Listen, it's a million comedians out, right?
Yeah.
And there's a lot of comedians that are funnier than the comedians you see on TV, right?
Yeah.
What's Greer's name, man? Damn. Man, Greer, I can't remember Greer's first name, man.
David Allen Greer?
No, not David Allen Greer. Man, Greer, man, he's based out of New York, right? He finally got into a movie, which was that last Batman movie, where the Joker, right? And he was one of the clowns, right? Greer Burns, that's his name, Greer Burns, right? Y'all look him up. Greer been around forever, and I don't know why he just popping, but he's always been hilarious. He's a comedy seller, any New York comedy club favorite, right? Like Tony Woods. He's a comic, right? And been around forever. And just for some reason, he ain't pop. You know what I mean? Like I said, back in the day, you used to get developmental deals. They don't do that no more. Even with these what you call it, man, these Instagram people, right? They used to give you $250,000 out the gate. And you can go live your life until they decide to use you or find a place for you, right? And they don't do that no more. So you pretty much on your own. So if you popping, man, I say keep doing what works. And I tell everybody that a promoter don't give a fuck if you're a joke thief or not. They care that you're gonna put people in the seats and make people laugh. You're gonna do your job. That's all they care about. Only people that care are true people, pioneers of the business, right? Because here's a true story about Lawrence Owens, right? I don't know what year this was, but it was like 20 something, right? 2011, 2012 could be around that end. We had to ask Tony Spoon, but this is what happened. Olivia Fox, y'all remember Olivia Fox used to work for Okay. She was on the panel. Yeah, exactly. She was on the panel. Angie Ann was on the panel. Billy the Kid was hosting, and somebody else, right? And Chris Thomas was in the building. And Tony Spoon clearly tore the room up and down, right? He ripped it. And Lawrence Owens, he was all right. He was all right that day. And they gave him the winning, they crowned him the winner to go to New Orleans to do the comedy jam or whatever the fuck they had going on. And in his set, he did 2 solid jokes of Chris Thomas while he was in the room. And when he finished, Chris Thomas went up, got the mic, and said, "This dude cannot win nothing. He just did 2 of my jokes. He's never been funny. He just said never. Nobody had nothing good to say about me. Look, quote me on that. Chris did it. You can ask everybody about that. Yeah, you guys, everybody about that. Because I ain't gonna get on here a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? Last thing I'm gonna do is lie on somebody. Because I don't want nobody lying on me. That's my shit right there. Right?
Yeah.
So that's what happened. And they set that motherfucker on, and he didn't do well at all in New Orleans. But there's a lot of stories about shit that happened in New Orleans. Because y'all heard about Big Frida, right? Y'all know Big Frida?
Yeah, I know Big Frida, yeah.
Okay. So word on the street. Yeah, word on the street, it was some Big Frida shit going on.
Oh shit.
Exactly. I can't really speak on it. I'm just telling you what I heard about that. Yeah. So but that other shit, Chris Thomas, Spoon clearly won. That shit happened. And they ushered this motherfucker on. And as I tell everybody, you can be the funniest motherfucker on the planet doing everybody else's jokes.
Hey,
And-
would you now listen? Hey, TMZ, I got a question for you as well. Would you agree? Because you brought it up earlier in the session about promoting yourself, and that's how you get it done. Grassroots,
Yeah.
you know, boots on the ground, shit like that.
Right.
All right,
Organic.
so, right, organic. So, would you also agree that you can make a good living promoting yourself in that level? Because I mean, I produce probably 2 to 3 shows a month.
Yeah, you can. You can. You can.
And no, the question was this, and I'm going to use the word, and you just flow with it. It's called consistency.
Mm-hmm.
What's the question?
Consistently producing more shows.
Oh yeah. See, and that's how you become a good producer. And I keep telling everybody, you're only good as the quality that you put on. Like if you got dudes that's bringers, they guarantee. All right, cool. Give them 3 minutes, because I tell everybody when I do a show, you got 3 minutes. Well, you got a total of 7, but if you ain't got the crowd in 3, you get the light. And nobody got time for you to get, putting everybody to sleep, because that's going to deter the audience. Right? They're gonna be like, this trash ass show. You know what I mean?
They get up and leave.
Exactly.
Go get some hamburgers.
Yeah, that's for real. And that's what I do when I go to these other spots or these rooms where these kids get putting on their corny friends, right? Now, I ain't funny. And the only person laughing is just a little crew, right? And as a comedian, I like laughing when I see comedians down on stage, right? And here's another true story. Who knows Bernard? That run the Red Lounge, whatever that shit is on 14th Street. Okay, check this out. So look, I went there one time, right? Told him I was coming to Van. Said, come on through and get your own right? I said, okay, I'm there. Him and his boy, what's his boy named Chris, that light-skinned dude. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Because Bernard and the other dude, the light-skinned dude, right?
Is his name Chris?
I think it's Chris. I ain't sure, right? So the night I get there, the dude Anwar's there. Anwar normally does good when I see him, right? He's low key,
dark skinned dude.
Yeah,
I know the Anwar.
He knows good, and that's their little crew. So I get there, they put on two comics, right?
Erky Burke, go there.
No, listen, they put on 2 comics. They were horrible, right? And I'm trying to go hit this other room uptown. This is back when Art Garfield had the Hakuna Matata in Silver Spring, right?
Okay. Yeah.
So I was like, I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna go up here. So the 2 comics dying, and everybody in the room, people paid to see this shit, right? He got a whole event break set up. So I said, dude, let me get up and get the room back. This, that, and other. He said, nah, man, I got my man here. Such. I need to put him up, man. I said, dog, I'm gonna get you the room back, and then you can do whatever. So I gotta put I said, all right, cool. They put Anwar up. Anwar did horrible that day. And I was like, the few times I seen this dude, he did all right. He did, good. But crowd work wasn't his thing, right? When I tell you, a dude in the front row said, man, you need to get off stage and somebody else try, right?
Okay.
And instead of flaming dude, all they can say is, man, I will fry you. Man, let me get a second. I'm going to get you. I was like, woo. Dead ass. That's Bernard. Oh, Jamal down there was there. And AJ Anwar.
I know Jamal probably would sit up there laughing. What?
Yeah, exactly. Like, boo.
I can see Jamal cracking up.
Yeah, Anwar and Tracy Buddha's ass. Yes, I did. Woo. Right? And then I said, dude, let me go up. And he said, nah, man, put my other man up. And he put this other corny motherfucker up, right? And people say, somebody said, if I wasn't waiting for my food and drink, I'll leave. Right?
What was the other dude's name?
I don't know, but he died of that jump, right? And then I said, Jamal, I'm out, man. Fuck this motherfucker, right? He said, "You gone, Trey?" I said, "Yeah, I'm out, dog." I said, "This room," I told him, "This room ain't gonna last." I said, "Dude, I get this room 3 more months, right?" And in 3 months, the crowd went down, all that shit. Because I'm like, you go read the reviews for whatever they call that shit. Bernard do on the Eventbrite. Read the reviews. Then I can tell motherfuckers, the reviews go up, but they ain't coming down from paying customers. Like if I go up there and ain't bullshit and put a review, they're gonna take that shit down, right? But if I buy a ticket, which I never do, to see some corny shit, I would rip that motherfucker apart. But I told him the shit was gonna go down, and then the other dude, him and the light skinned dude, they broken up or some shit. Now they both got 2 different nights doing comedy that ain't working there. And the light skinned dude, he just like taking pictures. I can say that. He like hanging around comedians, taking pictures, right? And Bernard, he want to do comedy, but he need to do the business part. He need to learn the business part. But the long story even shorter is everybody out here want to be funny. Everybody is trying to be friends to corny motherfuckers instead of doing the business part first, right? Because everybody that knows me would tell you I bump motherfuckers when I do shows, right? And I encourage
Lock it in.
And I encourage everybody else to bump motherfuckers that ain't keeping a room. You know what I'm saying? 3 minutes tops. Because if you can't do it in 3 minutes, you can't do it at all. That's how it is. Because you can't read the room, it ain't gonna work. And like I said, there's a lot of people hanging out with the improv guys, and if you check their resumes, they don't go no further than the improv. You know, you got to be able to transcend this shit from city to city, state to state. And a lot of people don't do that. A lot of people stay right in their little pond and don't go nowhere. They might get in a fish tank and get curried somewhere else and dropped off in the same environment. That ain't traveling and doing your thing. If you ain't never did the chitlin circuit, you ain't gonna make it. And if you ain't never did what you call it, man, any streamline rooms, you definitely ain't gonna make it. Because you gotta be able to transcend.
Hey, Mr.
So
Key.
there's a lot of jokers just out here wasting time acting like they funny and trying to be a comedian. And I'm sick of it. I hate it here.
That's the
You
truth.
said I hate it here.
Yeah. So that was my informative rant. That's my informative rant.
How is a comedian supposed to be?
With your informative rant, I need to ask you a question, and I'll shut up after this. Where are you located?
I'm in the DMV. I'm in DMV.
Okay. Now, what would it cost for you to come to Springfield, Missouri?
Missouri, what? Springfield, what?
Yeah, Missouri.
Springfield, Missouri.
Oh, shit. What's out there?
Bingo.
Well, hold on. Bill Page, Brenda Brown, they've already been here. Jeremiah Cotton, he just came from Lehigh Acres, Florida. I just need to know what would it cost for you to come out and headline, because you have the talent, and me and you were the only ones on the panel been doing this shit for 30 years.
Yeah.
Well, you said you pay everybody the same, so I don't know how much of a negotiation.
Yeah, it was the
okay,
same.
well, guess what? Then guess what? That's why I'm asking him the question so all of you can listen. How much would it cost for you to come out and headline?
How many shows are you talking about?
Go ahead with that shit.
$250 cash for 20 minutes.
You're not going to do no
shit.
How far is the airport from the venue?
Let's see. Me and my wife would pick you up like we did for them, but it's about an hour and a half. And
damn.
And from the airport. That's
okay.
And we picked up Brenda and Phil Page in St. Louis.
Okay, well look, I don't do spirit.
Came from Maryland.
All right, so I fly Southwest and Delta. Right?
You in?
You flying me in?
Why you thought that was happening?
Oh, it's not happening.
You gotta get your own way.
Yeah, it's not happening.
What I'm saying is, my purse went up from the 2 shows that we've already done because I have residency now at a place called The Hub in St. Robert. It's a German American restaurant, kind of high end food and shit. But so far the owner's 100% committed, so he increased my budget. So man, I am completely fucking transparent. $750 is what the budget is now, so I can pay the headliner, a feature, and a host.
Right.
And
Out of that
I'll probably host.
750.
Yeah.
$750,
I'll
I'll split it up between the crew that's on my fucking flyer.
Right. Yeah, because
Split up 3 ways.
Yeah,
Here's
because
my feature.
that 250 ain't nothing but reimbursement.
Yeah, well, I understand.
Hey, look, baby. I'm retired, right? But I'm not that bored, man. I'm gonna have to be on that side or something and fall through.
Wait a minute.
All right, well, hey, I'll just put it out there to you.
Yeah, look, let me get your information though. Hey, let me get your information though.
Listen, how much would you pay me to come to one of your shows? I'll headline. I'll do an hour. Make it fun of all of you.
All right, well look, that's doable too, right? Well, let me get your information. Yeah, let me get your information. Shoot me your information. And we can chop it up.
All you have to do is look up Dickie Headass. That's the only page I go to. DICKIE space Headass, all one word. And my wife made that one up.
Now, if you Dickie Headass, if you thinking this man is gonna look.
No, wait a minute. I got to do this, and this is for TMZ because one of my boys, a comedian in my crew. Jeremiah Cotton, I'm sure some of you guys know of him.
Wait a minute.
But right now, he's got something to say.
Stop calling him
He's got
TMZ.
something to say.
What up, Pimp?
What up, my man? How you doing?
I'm good, man. What you got to say, Doc?
I thought you said he had some.
I don't know. I got this saying. If you got a show coming up, I would love to support it. Be a part of it.
Kind of what you said was that was interesting was, and I've heard people, is that nowadays comedy clubs are more interested in not so much pleasing the audience, making them laugh, but figuring out which of selling. They're making their decisions more about selling chicken strips than making people laugh.
Hey, Jeremiah,
you right about that?
That's important. That's important.
Hey, Jeremiah, tell them how far did you travel to be the headliner at the Hub? How far did you travel?
A little over 15 hours.
God damn, you drove?
God damn, boy.
Hey, look, the farms I'm doing is 6 hours out.
Hold on, I gotta tell you.
Jeremiah, the way you looking
right. So now, even though he's been here with me since the show, do you get paid to promote the next show that we have coming up in December? Every day, right? So there's more cash involved. It's the teamwork shit.
Yeah.
Jeremiah.
We're gonna link up. Let's need your info. Just give me your info.
All right.
Jeremiah. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jeremiah. Blink twice if you feel safe.
You don't sound safe.
I don't want you to be hanging out back. I don't want you to be hanging out back.
I thought the camera froze. I thought the camera froze at first.
No, I didn't.
Hey, Jeremiah, why you so still though, man? Jeremiah, you a real person?
Blink twice. Blink.
I'm fully AI.
Hey, no, man. Everything look like AI in the motherfucker, though. Hey, look. Give me your info.
Josh said you got paid $300 a day. He said you got to work off the $300 you got paid, Jeremiah.
That shit did. Jeremiah's trapped in an entanglement. He's trapped in an entanglement.
That ain't even an entanglement. I told him, I said, boy, you got the wrong last name to be in that neighborhood, huh?
Look. Hey, Jeremiah, whoever got a pen or typing, TRACEY M Jackson at Gmail. Send me
TRACEY.
Yeah, ACEY, CEY.
CEY, and what was the rest?
Tracy M Jackson.
M Jackson. Okay.
That's TRACEY. Don't forget the M because that's important.
I got you.
Okay.
Hey, where'd he go? Where'd they go?
They right there?
There you go.
They right
Okay,
there.
now they're back.
All this way, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Nobody get on nervous or nothing.
All right. So yeah, shoot me your info so I can check out your video and all that, your sets and stuff like that. And
no problem.
We can go from there. Definitely. Yeah.
Hey, do you want me to send in the flyer right now?
You can.
Okay.
After we get done.
Yeah.
He don't want a flyer. He wants some info he can watch.
I want the info. Yeah, info. I can check you out, check your set out and all that.
Okay.
Definitely. Yeah. That was my first question. How many people had an online presence? Because the online presence is important. Because I tell everybody, if you don't have no videos up, how people that never saw you going want to invest in you?
To answer that, he does have a few videos. He does have a few videos. But the other thing is, I'm going to tell you how me and Jeremiah met. Me and my wife were traveling to Alabama, and I had to do a bike rally in Daytona, and then I got a club in Zephyr Hills to do a couple of months of shows. And Jeremiah hit me up on Facebook, and I said, are you funny? He goes, well, I just do open mics. I said, well, tell me one joke that's going to make me laugh. And he did. Yeah. And then he came out and performed in, it was BT's Pub, the biker bar in Zephyr Hills, Florida. Yeah. And he was so good that I had to yell at him and say, don't you ever fucking call yourself an open micer again.
Right. Yeah, because I tell everybody, once you get paid $25 or more, you're professional at that point because you just got to pay a gig. And that's how it works. And what part of how far is Zephyr's from Miami?
Zephyr Hills?
Yeah, how far is that from Miami?
Shit, man, that's all the way across. You got to go past Lake Okeechobee and then to the other coast. So it's probably like a 9-hour drive.
Oh, so what?
Zephyr Hills is up just north of Orlando.
Okay, got you. All right, so Fort Lauderdale. But I will
tell you, bro, there's all kinds of spots. You look up Joe Mobley or Brian the Beast Hamilton. If Fort Myers area, Southwest Florida, man, they got shows popping all the time.
Right. Yeah, because
a bunch of rich old people that like people to say fuck a lot.
Yeah, right. I'm aware because I'll be down in Miami next month, hanging out for a little bit.
Well, the only thing I can tell you about the Gulf Coast side, which is the West Coast, is that he lives in Fort Myers, by the way. Jeremiah does. But with those hurricanes that came through in that last one, the tourist industry has diminished quite a bit, and that's the thing that the bookers that I know down there, like Joe Mobley from Lehigh Acres, it's just about how much can we afford to pay you when we ain't even putting the asses in the seats.
Ain't got nobody coming through. Exactly. Right, I understand because that's the business right now. Because I tell everybody. If the seats don't sell, the food has to.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's how it is. It's all on the food and beverage. So I get it.
But the hub in St. Roberts, I'll tell you, I've never charged admission to any of my shows in 18 years as the founder of Comedy for the Cure. I've never charged admission.
Right.
But the hub, he's got $19.95. You get prime rib, you get St. Moritz, or you get stuffed salmon. And I think Brenda, Phil, they got the stuffed salmon because they're fucking amazing. But that includes the comedy show. So he's pumping out all this fucking food and getting his coin, and all the comedians get paid. And by the way, I will tell you, I have to salute Phil Page and Brenda Brown for one reason. When I told them about this show, I said, look, this is an opportunity to have residency in a place that's been around 50 years, has never done comedy. And the owner called me. So here's what I asked him. I said, well, what do you usually charge for karaoke? He goes, like $200. I said, okay, you give me $200. I'm going to find 2 comedians and myself. All right. So they paid for all of their expenses to come to that show, and their only expectation was $100 a piece.
Right. And see,
when
see
they
back in the day,
when they got there, it doubled.
Right. And see back in the day, driving like that for a couple $100 was cool. But you know, as you progress and get older and seasoned, you know, it's different. You know what I mean? Because at that time, you know, you can leave one spot, go to the next spot, make money, and still come home for the weekend with $1,000 or more. You know, now.
And T, what I do is when I'm out, as soon as I have a venue, I only work on one show at a time. As soon as I have the venue, my lineup, and the budget, then what I do is I travel 10 miles around that venue and I sell merchandise. That's how I get my money. So I don't have to worry about anything. If you need extra money after the show, I don't give a shit. I'll give it to you.
Yeah, I get it. Because that's another thing.
$20 bills for $7.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Merch is everything.
Fuck yeah.
That's everything. Hey, look, yeah, what you got? What you got that book right there? Hey, look, hey, Reese, I use that book as a paperweight.
Not use it as a paperweight.
Hey, but look, y'all, I gotta step off. Hey, Damien, Jeremiah, give me information, man. I'll catch y'all later. It's good stuff. Catch up with y'all later. All right, George. All right, be all right. Catch y'all later.
Look, before we leave, y'all ain't got y'all tickets. Please get your ticket for this Saturday. Wait a minute, hold up with the mama. Let me put my disclaimer in. This Saturday, November the 23rd. If you need tickets, that's what it's about, us supporting each other. If you need tickets, contact me. You can go straight to Eventbrite to get your tickets, or contact me and save a couple of dollars on the fee. I'll be at Martinis in White Plains this Saturday. Section 8 comedy. It'll be myself, Ray Diva, and Clarence Nixon, aka Dude in the Corner, hosted by Dave Carter. Y'all already know that Dave always do fire shows, so he's going to bring it to you. It's going to be fire, so I can't wait to see you guys, and I can't wait for you guys to see us. So to have an epic great time. And also, TMJ just ran out of here. He didn't mention on December the 20th, my alma mater, my station, Next Level Radio Station, is having an ugly sweater event. It's going to be right there at the pavilion.
Yes. Ugly sweater.
That's awesome. Hey, Molly, you got mine with me and Jeremiah in Aurora, Missouri. No, that's not it. That was last month.
I got that.
Make sure y'all submit that. Like,
hey, you want me to send it to you right now?
You gotta upload that stuff. That's all right.
I'll do it right now. Hold on.
He ain't gonna have time to see when you upload it.
Mama is in the house now. When them music come
upload it.
Growing up, I got in trouble. Told myself to keep lying. So much stress be building up. Swear I be needing me time.